Good morning, football fans. Welcome to Speak Easy English, your go-to sports talk spot where we break down football news, debate tactics, and sprinkle in a little banter.
Hey everyone, I'm Samantha, and as always, I'm here with Jackson to talk football, English, and just enough trauma to keep you hooked.
Today, we're diving into a hot topic, Pau Cubarsí's comments after Barcelona's recent 4-1 defeat to Sevilla. He didn't hold back, said the team went out there asleep and called it a turning point for Barca.
Ouch, that's not exactly sugar-coated. And if Cubarsí's words mean anything, Barcelona fans should be worried, or maybe excited. Let's get into it.
First of all, the stats tell a pretty ugly story. 4 goals conceded, first time in over a year for Barcelona in La Liga. Sevilla completely dominated possession in the first half, and Barca looked flat. Cubarsí nailed it with the asleep comment. From a tactical perspective, Barcelona's pressing was missing. No energy, no urgency.
I get it, but Jackson, let's not forget this is a young squad. Pau Cubarsí himself is a teenager playing in a senior team. He's emotional. That honesty comes from passion, and honestly, I love that. Most players hide behind cliches after a loss, but Cubarsí called it out.
True, Samantha, but it also points to a bigger issue. If a teenager is the one saying we need to press harder, maybe the coach, Hansi Flick, needs to rethink things. You don't want your players saying your system isn't working in public. That's a leadership problem.
But Jackson, sometimes honesty in the locker room sparks change. Barcelona aren't in a crisis yet, but Cubarsí calling this a turning point could be exactly the wake-up call they need. It's a psychological moment.
You lose badly, someone speaks up, and suddenly there's a shift.
Maybe, but then there's the question of the coach's response. Hansi Flick likes structure. Do you think he'll change tactics or just tell them to refocus on their current system?
I think he'll tighten things up defensively, but Barcelona also needs more creativity up front. Pedri called the performance horrifying, too. That's not just defensive issues, it's a lack of cohesion across the board.
Agreed. And here's an interesting stat. Sevilla scored their first 2 goals within just 10 minutes. That shows Barcelona weren't ready at all. That start killed them. And it ties directly to Cubarsí's point about intensity.
Let's hit a highlight moment here. Cubarsí's exact words, "We went out there asleep. There's no excuses." That's not just frustration, that's accountability. It's rare in football for a young player to speak with such blunt honesty in the media.
Yeah, and it actually reminds me of another moment, Pep Guardiola's early Barcelona days when players publicly admitted mistakes and it became a turning point. Maybe Cubarsí's statement marks something similar for Barca this season.
Could be, or it could be a one-off outburst after a bad night. Either way, it's food for thought.
So here's the takeaway. Barcelona's loss to Sevilla exposed some serious issues: lack of pressing, lack of cohesion, and maybe a lack of belief. Cubarsí's comments show the players are aware of it, and that could be a good thing.
But Barcelona fans, don't panic just yet. This could be the wake-up call they need before their next big match against Girona on October 18th.
We want to hear from you. Do you think Pau Cubarsí is right? Is this Barcelona season already at a turning point?
Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next Speak Easy English football debate.
Until next time, keep speaking English and keep loving football.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speak Easy English. I'm Samantha.
And I'm Jackson. Hi, everyone. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Today, we have a special lesson. We're going to learn English through a real football news story about Pau Cubarsí, Barcelona, and their recent match against Sevilla.
That sounds exciting. I'm a football fan, but I'm also here to improve my English.
Exactly. And that's the goal, to improve your English in a natural and practical way. We'll work on vocabulary, grammar, expressions, and real-life conversation skills.
So, Samantha, what's first?
Let's start with vocabulary. In the news story, Pau Cubarsí said Barcelona went out there asleep and called it a turning point.
What does "went out there asleep" mean?
It's an expression. It means the team lacked energy, focus, and intensity at the start of the game. It's figurative language. They were not alert or ready to play.
So not literally asleep. Got it.
Right. Let's repeat. Went out there asleep.
Went out there asleep.
Good. Now, turning point. A turning point means a moment when things change significantly. For example, this defeat could be a turning point in Barcelona's season.
Can we repeat turning point?
Turning point.
Turning point.
Great. Now, another useful phrase, lack of intensity. It means not showing enough energy or effort. Example, the team lacked intensity in the first half.
Let's repeat lack of intensity.
Lack of intensity.
Lack of intensity.
Good. Let's practice. I'll say a sentence and you repeat after me. Barcelona showed a lack of intensity in the match.
Barcelona showed a lack of intensity in the match.
Excellent. Let's imagine you're talking with a friend about the Barcelona-Sevilla match.
Okay.
Here's the dialogue.
Hey, did you watch the Barcelona game last weekend?
Yes, I did. I heard Pau Cubarsí was upset. What happened?
They lost 4-1 to Sevilla. He said they went out there asleep.
Oh, that's not good. Did he explain why?
Yes, he said the team lacked intensity, and it could be a turning point.
Great. Let's repeat this dialogue slowly so learners can follow. Let's talk about grammar. In this dialogue, we use the phrase, I heard Pau Cubarsí was upset. This uses the past tense because we are talking about something that happened in the past.
So, was upset is past tense. What if I want to say it now?
Then you say, I hear Pau Cubarsí is upset. That's present tense.
Got it. Past tense for events already happened, present tense for now.
Exactly. Another point, could be a turning point, uses could, which expresses possibility. It means it's possible this event will change things.
So, could is for something that might happen.
Yes. Repeat after me. Could be a turning point.
Could be a turning point.
Now, Jackson, I'll ask you some questions. Please answer in full sentences so learners can practice. Question 1. Why did Pau Cubarsí criticize Barcelona?
He said they lacked intensity and went out there asleep.
Good. Question 2. What does turning point mean in this context?
It means a moment when something changes significantly.
Correct. Question 3. How would you use lack of intensity in another sentence?
My team lacked intensity during training.
Excellent. Now let's do a role play. Jackson, you'll be a sports journalist. I'll be a football fan. Viewers, join in and repeat after us.
Hi, Samantha. Did you watch the Barcelona-Sevilla match?
Yes, I did. I was surprised by the result.
Pau Cubarsí said the team lacked intensity. What do you think about that?
I think he's right. The first half was weak. Barcelona needs to improve.
Do you think this is a turning point for the season?
It could be. They must work harder in the next match.
Great. Viewers, repeat this conversation with your partner.
Let's review our vocabulary. Went out there asleep. Turning point. Lack of intensity. Upset. Possibility.
Let's repeat them slowly together.
Went out there asleep.
Went out there asleep.
Turning point.
Turning point.
Lack of intensity.
Lack of intensity.
Upset.
Upset.
Possibility.
Possibility.
Let's practice a real-life situation where these words can be useful. Imagine you're discussing a big event in your life. Okay. Like what? Like a work presentation, a sports match, or a school project.
So I could say, I was upset after the presentation because I lacked intensity.
Perfect. Or, this project could be a turning point for my career. Today, we learned new vocabulary, grammar points, and how to discuss a sports news story.
We practiced speaking, role play, and sentence structure.
Remember, repeat these phrases daily to improve your English.
And always practice in real-life situations. That's the best way to learn.
Thank you for joining us on Speak Easy English.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell us, do you agree with Pau Cubarsí's comments?
See you next time for more English learning and football talk.